call it Mammoth Cave.
I don't see any mammoths.
Yeah.
Wow, that is really cool. Yeah. If you see a bat here, don't touch it.
Let's not touch your rocks, guys. Let's not touch your rocks.
Oh, there's a gap behind you.
Kara's not gonna put her sweatshirt on.
She's not?
No, she's too tough.
Oh.
I think they should have named it instead of Mammoth. Really long.
They're named the Carrot Cave.
Really long.
They're named the Carrot Cave. They should have named it Gal Cave.
How is this natural?
I know, man.
They should have named it Gal Cave.
Yes, I know. No, the no gap cave.
The no gap.
Non-gapping.
A non-gapping cave. Did you see a bat?
Yeah, that's cool.
Alright, so catch the whole
Now that
Yeah, this is neat.
Mammoth. Wow.
No, it's not.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Do not go right. Do not go right.
So should we go right?
Yeah.
So as a rebel, don't you just kind of want to go right? Like,
They told you not to, right?
that's cool. I know. Oh man, this is cool.
Very cool. So cool it's cold.
Yes, cool and cool. So I wonder, I know Mom and Dad did one tour. I wonder what they did.
They could have done this.
Like last week, right?
Yeah, they were just here last week.
Wait, what tour did they do?
They went last week, and they actually didn't. I don't know. It just
Mom,
kind of
it's
the
not
timing
enough.
of it last week wouldn't have
There
been.
wouldn't have
real
been a
good.
place for us to sleep.
Mom,
Yeah, and Jamie and Maria were there, so we would have still had to get a cabin, which we could have, I guess.
Mom, what tour did they do? Because this
I'll have
one,
to ask her.
this one, like, apparently even it's like all paved.
This is just cool. This just goes on and on.
I like this pavement. It's like the kind of pavement that I want. If I have like little steps of purple. Sweet Jeffrey and Pablo and Drew all the way through.
Jamie and Maria were there.
They should call this
Whoa,
baby.
I wonder if that was naturally formed.
That log is naturally on this thing.
That's really good. Like Jack Sparrow.
People are coming in. Swing it all around. All right. Show your flag now, please. Show your flag. Y'all can make it. Run Be sure to check your flashes now. Be sure to check your flash. People coming in, follow these people right around.
Yeah, there you go. So our question is, how old are they?
Even older.
I think I like this section better than this one.
Oh yeah.
Wait, his birthday is in October 2.
No, just like a year ago.
October 12th.
I know. So on October 12th, I'm going to come back and we'll be like, are you singing to us because it's our birthday that's right there?
Yeah. October 18th.
I don't have birthdays.
October 18th.
Once you have kids, you don't have birthdays.
I know it was like in the 10s. October.
October the 8th.
I only know Grace's birthday, my birthday, and Mom's birthday. What's yours, Dad?
Yeah, I only know the kids.
Dad, what's your birthday?
August 20th.
August 13.
August. And then, Caleb, what's yours? September?
That's cool.
How do you not know mom?
September 29th. Same day as Avalon's Christmas.
Oh, are you recording and then are you going to put it on a disc?
I'll put it on YouTube later.
Okay. So, mammoth. See all the mammoth bones?
I thought they called Mammoth because I thought Mammoth used to live in.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you'll see why it's called mammoth.
Yeah, there's no man.
Yeah, I wish there was an actual mammoth. They're probably just gonna like dress as a horse and a costume and a mammoth be costume and call it a mammoth. He also said no gaps, but there is a lot of gaps. And we sang happy birthday to him, and it wasn't even his birthday.
That was the best part of the tour.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, not
Look around.
Why is it called Mammoth Kid? It does not look like a mammoth. Unless we're inside a mammoth.
Oh yeah, this is like the inside of the Mammoth.
Yes. The inside looks like rocks. And bats live inside his stomach. Yeah. That's so true.
That kind of looks like the side of a face, doesn't it? Like a nose and a lip.
Looks like a cookie. See the, no, a chocolate chip. You see the chocolate chip?
A Hershey Kiss
Yeah.
or Gandalf hat. Gaps, Kara, gaps.
Yeah. Mom.
Kara.
Yeah. Dad, yeah.
Yeah, but you can't run either.
It's like a whole other world.
It's the mammoth. I bet that's the mammoth's head. No, we're not in the mammoth's head. This is his stomach. It's a lot of rocks.
Intestines, yeah.
I didn't know the top of a mammoth's stomach was like just like glass. We're stepping on his belly. And then this is his back.
This is
Yeah.
the spine we're stepping on.
No, we're stepping on his belly. There.
Are you on the road less traveled?
There's a giant mammoth head. And there, by the way, this is the future. That's why Caleb was so little and you were just
What's your name? What's your name? Blake? Blake? I'm going to give you responsibility here.
Okay, Hagen's here. Okay.
I like it though.
See the rock behind me?
Yeah.
That's the giant's coffin. With this lantern light, that's how they used to see that coffin. At one time called a steamboat rock. I make mention of that because when we leave here, we're going to be following the trail and going in behind the coffin. And that's when the trail will noticeably change. It's going to get narrow, low ceiling, moisture, many steps, bending, twisting, single file line. So I say that because if there's anybody in this group now that's thinking, shoo-wee, how much further? Then that means maybe you need to move toward the front because it will be easier for you. So if anybody has that thought, I'm a little bit struggling, my leg's a little bit tired, while I'm talking here, make your way right on up toward the front and trust me, it will be easier for you. You'll be going across some pits in a few moments. Those that's called the bottomless pit. Now, when it was first crossed in 1838 by an African-American guy by the name of Stephen Bishop, we regard him as the guy. He crossed that with a lantern such as this, shimming a pole. Not knowing how much depth it was, today we know it's over 100 foot in depth. You'll be able to walk across it, but look through the grate, and you'll be able to see the depth of the bottomless pit. Eventually you'll be coming to the miseries, fat and tall man's misery. Then eventually you'll be coming to some benches where we'll regather in an area we call Great Relief Hall. And at that point, River Hall, we'll go through Great Relief into River Hall. And at that point, we'll try to get into a little bit of makeup of how all this took place. Be careful as you go through this next section. It's slippery, low-hanging rocks. I caution you now. Imagine you coming into this cave over 4,000+ years ago. Imagine even coming into this cave over 200 years ago. See, electric lights were not installed in these upper passageways until the 1950s. Early trips used this lantern. This is a grease light. In the Northeast, it's referred to as whale oil because that's what they had. But when it was introduced to Kentucky, we didn't have any whales, but we had a lot of hogs, a lot of chickens, and the grease from the kitchen gave us our fuel. This is a grease light. This is how you got to see the cave, then eventually changing into kerosene with a globe up until this part of the cave until the early 1950s. But go back and think about the first people when they entered the cave. The Native Americans, the early woodland, late archaic, Adena. See, when they entered the cave, and a lot of theories, why did they come in? To me, it's curiosity. If I'm here over 4,000 or 5,000 years ago and I came up on an area where cold air was blowing out in a big hole in the ground, I'd be curious what's there. Well, they came into this cave basically carrying a bundle of sticks. The sticks still grow today along our river. Cane reeds, or us Kentuckians sometimes call them river reeds, allowed to dry, clumped together, 5 or 6. You can light about a 3-foot section, and as a torch, that could serve your light now for maybe 30 plus minutes. We think they utilized that torch, that type of lighting, for all the years that they utilized the cave. Now you're saying, how in the world does he know that? Because I can take you places right now. Our lantern trip, which is a wonderful trip, goes right by a place that you can look into the soil, and bits and pieces of those burnt cane reeds that they would discard are all over the cave floor. I use this description. They are scattered throughout this floor of this cave like leaves on the ground in the fall. Whether it be the floor, the ledge, behind the rock, bundles have been found. That's their lighting source. I assume the first people came through barefoot. Eventually, they would take plank fibers and would make their sandals and moccasins. They'd weave those together through that pattern. And we have found numerous ones of those as well. Some very perfect. Some that were hidden in case they wore out a pair that they were using. We have found their knapsacks. We have found their gourds. But really and truly, we've not found the answer to the key. Why did they stay here so long? Well, most theories tend to come to this. See the black on the walls? That black was not black when they entered the cave. It was pure crystal white. Calcium sulfate is what we call gypsum. All right, now I'm going to use my light. I don't use this very often, but look here how solid it is. But look here how it has been removed. As high as they could reach, that has been removed. We have found mussel shells. We have found blunt objects to where they would scrape it. They would remove it. They would take it out. Their usage stems from maybe, was it a weak base of paint? Very decorative. Trade it. We use gypsum and fertilize, don't we? Maybe it was the part when they became growing of corn. Or maybe they ingested, because we know ancient civilizations used gypsum, calcium sulfate, to treat a stomach ailment or a headache. Whatever the reason it was, we think that was the reason they were here for over 2,000 years. I believe that there's more that we don't know than we actually know. What we do know is that we have found evidence that they traveled just shy of 13 miles in this cave under those conditions. Now, our lights go out. We've got a telephone we'll call, or we got flashlights. You know, they had nothing. They went deeper, further, stayed longer in this cave than any other cave in the world. One of the great mysteries is what happened to them. That we don't know. But what about if we go back even beyond where the Native Americans came in? The cave was undisturbed. How would it have been? Doesn't take Einstein to figure that out. Dark and silent. The only natural sound in the cave is water dripping. Let's see if we can achieve that. What I ask of you right now, turn off all your lights. No cell phone lights, no camera lights glowing, nothing. I will address your questions as we're filing into River Hall. Be careful. 15 minutes.
Really cold. How are we gonna get that? Jack does.
Here, Chris, that thing.
Do not push me back.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Wow.
Oh, there's water.
Have you had to duck, like,
It's
oh,
duck.
yeah.
She doesn't have to duck to the farm. I don't.
Why is this Batman's river?
Batman.
How is that any more than the other?
Caleb? No. And Caleb? Yeah, Caleb.
Yeah. Mom, are you up?
That. That. Wow. Dang. Well, maybe not as impressive as the Grand Canyon, but very, very cool. I must say.
What?
And then you get to walk back up that big hill. I don't know if you can get it. You know.
Oh, that looks so pretty up there.
And now, doesn't it, with the water falling?
Like, I might be able to. Yeah,
Oh, I think it's good.
That's kind of neat to go back. Maybe. When we get to the top of the stairs, I want to stop and take a picture.
what?
Top of the stairs, stop.